Hey, Terry Fossum here once again. Today I'd like to talk about what it's like to be an entrepreneur and why might you want to do it. A lot of people think entrepreneur is all about the money. And you know what? The money's nice. I'll admit that. You're able to not have to worry about money, and sure, you're able to have some cool stuff, but the biggest part of all of it is the freedom. You know, some people are great with just going to a job every day, and they're fantastic with that, and that's awesome. It really is. God bless you. And then there's entrepreneurs. We just can't do that. We have to be free. We've got to go blaze our own trail. And I liken it to my adventures. A lot of people ask me, why in the world I go out in the middle of nowhere, all around the world, some of the harshest climates in the world, all by myself, and hang out there. Well, there's a lot of reasons. It's the adventure. It's because I need to be out in God's wilderness by myself. But it's also because of the freedom. I remember one night I hiked to the top of a mountain somewhere in Washington. I don't even remember where it was, way out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. There's nobody around for miles and miles and miles. And I'm up there at the top of this mountain all by myself. And it was a moonlit night. The moon was really, really bright. So I'm there at the top of the mountain and I can see the mountain ranges all around me. Almost not quite light of day, but pretty darn close. And I remember that feeling of freedom, that I could do whatever I wanted to do and nobody was going to hold me back to anything. Now, the problem with those adventures is they are fraught with peril. They are fraught with discomfort. It's tough. It's hard. Sometimes it can be really challenging. I've had a couple of times where, yes, I almost died. But that's almost part of it, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to face a lot of challenges. You're going to face a lot of hardships. Some things are going to try to take you out. But all of that is part of the adventure, if you take it that way. All the blood, sweat, and tears that I've done in the middle of the wilderness, the pain that I've endured and all of that, I wasn't going, oh my gosh, this sucks. I was going, this is awesome. And any entrepreneur knows that feeling. Now, one of the things that keeps me going out there, though, is I've got a lot of experience. I've had a lot of training, and I've got really good gear. So if you haven't had those things, do not go out there and try that on yourself. Don't try this at home or in the wilderness, as it might be. But it's the same thing with an entrepreneur. That's why before you try this entrepreneurial thing, you've got to have a good guide. You've got to have somebody who knows what they're doing and has been there before. And you've got to have good gear. You've got to have the training behind you. The best place, in my opinion, that you could put an investment these days is an investment in yourself. If you build yourself up, then everything else comes to you. If you have great gear in the wilderness, you don't worry about the cold, you don't worry about the rain, you don't worry about any of that. You got great gear. If you've ever had that entrepreneurial spirit, go for it. Go for it. Sure, there's going to be challenges. Sure, there's going to be all sorts of things that'll make you uncomfortable getting out of that comfort zone. But one thing I've tried to do on my website is put together some things to help you out. So check out terryfossum.com. I've tried to put together some information for you that can really help you out along your journey. Because that's what life's all about, isn't it? It's about your journey. Hope to be able to join you on yours.